Welcome to my live. Please like, join the conversation, subscribe if you're new. Let me know when you're where you're joining from. Very important. Thank you for liking. So who's on? Make a comment. Let me know who you are. Where are you from? Takes a little bit of time. People are going to eventually join. New York City 2830p. Have you been on my channel before, or this is just your first time? I talk about crypto and other commentaries on here. Welcome everybody. Please like the video as you come in. Like the video as you come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me know where you're joining from. New York City is in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's 5 of you here. Give me 5 likes. Let's get going. Hello, Adiski, KIY, whatever. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Hello, Rambo Taylor. How are you? God bless you. Hello, Mr. Reparations. How you doing? Give me likes up to the number of people in here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It must be very late in Accra right now. Hey, Rambo, where are you joining from? You like my glasses? Thank you. Thank you, Mushroom Dinosaur. Must be like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. in Accra. Am I correct? Something like that. Welcome. Please give me likes. There's so many of you in the room now. Come on, give me likes up to 29. Let's get the algorithm working for us. Get the algorithm working. So the question is, I'm asking a question about the private ledger. What is the price on the private ledger? Why is there a private ledger? Why is there a private ledger? Why is there a private ledger for XRP on the ledger? If you know the answer, let me know. Is there a private ledger? Techno corruption. That's why, no. Could it be? Possibly, but I think corruption is something that just goes along with anything that people are trying to do. Okay. Mike Tyson. Who's Mike Tyson? Me? I don't look like Mike Tyson. It takes from us. Okay, so here's my 2 cents. I hope you know that until adoption, see, before a brand new Ford truck is released, right? It's always in private. Nobody knows all of the details. Then they start advertising it before it comes to the public because it's about selling. During that period, the cost of creating that brand new Ford truck or brand new Tesla is always like, people have an idea. It's the same as what it should be when it gets, assuming there was no other Ford truck, no Tesla vehicles out on the street. You can only speculate. Do you see what I'm saying? Every product that is being created in a factory that is new is speculative on the streets. You don't know what it's going to be, right? You could speculate, oh, maybe it's going to be this much or that much. You could say, oh, since it's going to be like a Maserati or whatever, this is what the price is going to be. But the factory people already know what the price would be. That's number one. Number two, the factory people are already testing the product. These are two things that are important. They know what price it should be. They are testing the product. Did you hear what I just said? And so because they know the price that it should be, and because they are testing the product, right, they're going to come up with eventually merging the speculation to the reality. The speculation and reality will eventually merge. This is what I want to talk about tonight. And a lot of people keep talking about the private ledger. What do you say? No, we aren't heavily production. What are you talking about? You know, he said, aren't we all a little gay? I hate that. I removed the comment. That's rubbish. Yeah, people will just come on and just talk nonsense. But anyway, so, so there is the reality of, I did a live once where I showed people, it's good for people to go onto the testnet environment and see, even on Ripple's website, there is they present in 2020 on their website, there's a page where they show how much is moving in the testnet environment. Again, we're all speculating, but I want us to use common sense. See, I have this bottle of water here. Before this bottle of water, it is it's called the Real Canadian. Okay, so it's a product of the Real Canadian Superstore. Before this water is released, there's so much testing that happens, because when it goes into the public arena and you sell it, forget that it's 50 cents a bottle, doesn't matter. But it's a multi-million-dollar business. Before you release it into the public, you must test it. Rigorous testing is essential to guarantee the success of a product. So what do you test? Number one, you test scientifically and biologically. Number two, you test sales and how the market will receive it. Before it's released, there's something called a limited release, where you release the product into a limited market area to study how it's going to be received. The same thing happens with movies. Movies also, before a final release, there's a testing. They show the movie around in a limited fashion, right? Until they know for sure that this product is going to sell X and X and X. You see what I mean? I just launched an ebook at the end of February. I presented it to my YouTube channel for 1 month, right? And thank you all for as many of you downloaded the book. I appreciate you. You've helped me. I'm going to the next phase this April, which is going to social media. Hello, XRP world. How are you? How's Nova Scotia? So you see what I'm saying? So the private ledger is a principle. Hi, Melanie. The private ledger is a principle. You just have to have a private setting for every product. This is a pen I hold in my hand. Before it comes out, it's supposed to produce ink. It has ink in it. It's supposed to release ink as you write. There are testings that will be done. People will be invited to use the pen for a while to tell them, how was it when you were using it? Was it good? What do you feel about the price? A survey will be held just to know. This is all contained surveys and testing. That's what's been happening with XRP. That's why there are glitches on it sometimes and people see the price go up, because they have to test it until adoption, until full adoption. This will continue. And that's why David Schwartz said there'll be a merger of the testing environment. That's not what he called it. That's what I call it, because that's what I think. That's what I think. Because it just goes with common sense. Nothing is ever just a stand on its own. There's always a period of testing. Tesla was a brand new type of vehicle in the market. It was electric, and years ago it was released. It almost failed. It had a hard time. Now it's one of the most largest selling vehicles in the world, besides what's happening now where people are burning Teslas and all that. But you know, people are buying Teslas for a reason, right? Climate change and all of that. Is it mass adoption? I don't know. I don't know what to answer you with that regard. But when I say mass adoption, I'm not talking about you as an individual, even though that's eventually what will happen. But mass adoption with respect to the banks. Remember, XRP is not the only ISO coin. There are at least 8 of them. I think there are now 9 to 10 coins that are ISO compliant. Products being tested. It works. Secure, I don't know what you're saying. Well, so that's what, yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to sell, but there's really nothing you can do about it because there's something called over-the-counter sales. And there may be lawsuits eventually after all of this because some things are going to come out in the public. Not just them, many of the other cryptos are going to be sued because there's things going on right now that they're doing that will come out later and people will say, oh, you cheated, you did this, you did that. But in the interim, we have to keep and stick to the fundamentals. We have to stick to the tokenomics of the token. It is eventually, yeah, it is eventually going to be the public and the private ledger will be merged. And when that happens, and I always maintain that the private ledger is is your testing environment. You have to test it. You have to keep testing. And as long as test will not stop until everything is done and ready. In fact, today I was watching Jake Claver explaining the 3,200 missing transactions on the XRP ledger. Asking why is there 3,200 transactions missing on the XRP ledger? You tell me why. The simple reason is this. In principle, yeah, it could be rolled back. It doesn't matter. I doubt it just because you are in an environment that really favors the crypto. We have a president that favors crypto. The US is pushing through. It's not, I don't believe that will happen. But even if it does, then you know it's an attempt to actually push people out because people are just going to say, forget it, I'm not even doing this. But listen, remember, lawsuit or no lawsuit, if adoption happens by reason of a favorable passing of the FIT 24, is it 20, yeah, right, by Congress in the United States, then you have to use something. So what are you going to use? Remember, the rails for this thing have been laid long time ago. It's not just today. You know? Exactly, XRP world. It shows that the same people that made Bitcoin made XRP. Period. People don't want to accept this. People don't want to believe this. People go on a riot, especially Bitcoin Maxis. Is it what Maxis? They go on a yeah, they get all their underwear in a wad when you talk about the fact that these two have the same creators. Very simple to see. And that's why Jake Claver was saying, and I agree, if you expose what those 3,200 transactions were, you would see that they are the same people who built Bitcoin. In fact, what's his name? The CTO for Ripple, Schwartz, he says it. He said that he worked on Bitcoin, right? So he worked on Bitcoin. Do you see that? So it's not just the lawsuit. It's a product that is designed to do something. You see this bottle here? It's designed to carry water. They're not missing, they're just blocked. I don't know, but they're just, again, something may have been written in the program where just before it was launched officially, to send all of those to a black hole. And the description is not anywhere to be seen. I don't know. I'm not a cryptographer. I'm speculating. I'm speculating. I think we're all. No. I don't know. I mean, what is being speculated is that these are transactions that had to do with BTC. If you go and look at the paper that was released by Susan Athey and Robert Michnick in 2017, all of the comparisons were between XRP and Bitcoin. They didn't compare any other crypto, these two. Exactly. XRP World is 100% on that. Heavenly Productions, listen to what XRP World is saying. Yeah, it's not a competition. What the Bitcoin maxis don't know is XRP was created to solve the problems that Bitcoin could not solve. Bitcoin is slow, clunky, old, expensive to use, a drain on electricity resources, right? It's not green. Like I just listed 6 things for you. So it ends up being the true pet rock. But again, it's not a pet rock. It's going to be like a store of value. Because I don't think it will be done away with. XRP on the ledger saves Bitcoin. That's what I've been saying. XRP is going to be the savior of Bitcoin. People don't like to hear that. Please like the video. Like the video. Thank you so much. Yeah, in fact, Bitcoin is the original meme coin. But it has the value because it's the first. It's the original meme coin. Doesn't do anything. It only moves money from one place to the other. And because governments and states are buying it, kingdoms are buying it, companies are buying it, and everything like that, it's become suddenly the big deal, right? So it's the first on the block. Jay Mirza, no, nothing else will enter. Let me tell you why. There are 1,700 NDAs. Did you know that? You know what an NDA is? Jay Mirza, Ilya? 1,700. It's like during the, hey, Egyptian, how are you? It's like during the .com era, right? Look at Google. Google survived. Do you see what I'm saying? So initially you look at it and you say, oh, this is not going to work. I'm answering Jay Mirza's comment. I'm replying to your comment. So the stalling, people said that before. They said, oh, the banks are just going to create their coins. No. If they create their coins, JP Morgan has its coin, Bank of America has its coin, but they have to talk. Why would you take Bank of America's coin over JP Morgan? None of them want to be the boss. None of them want the other to be a boss over them. So somebody has to be in between. So it doesn't matter what they do. So Ripple has gone ahead, long time ahead. They are not going to be deposed. They're not going to be overtaken. It's not going to happen. Because you have to start from where they started. Remember, they are with the ISO. So how does somebody just come and take over? Jay Mirza, do you get what I'm saying? They are on the board of ISO Registration Management Group. So they will kick them out and put somebody else there. Like, how does that work? It's not going to work. They've been in this for over 10 years. So the electrician has laid the wires in the house. It's just, we're just waiting for the switch to be turned on. Exactly, non-disclosure. So do you know what is a non-disclosure? 1,700. If you had a friend who said, I just got a contract and I want you to invest in my business. I just got a contract to supply tires to the state government. That's guaranteed money. It's 10 times worse, exactly, because there's so much. I was coaching a couple yesterday, and I give time to people. Sometimes it's supposed to be 1 hour, but I went on for about 2 hours. Oh, sorry, 90 minutes. because we didn't start on time. So Jay, you have to remember that they are ahead. You know, let me tell you something. When you watch Brad Garlinghouse talking, he doesn't have a Magzi approach. When you watch somebody else talking, like what's that guy's name? The Bitcoin guy. They have a Maxi approach. It has to be Bitcoin and nothing else. No, that's not reality. That's not reality. Now, if you say somebody else is going to just start a crypto, they will just come and take over. Yeah, you will have the Tesla of crypto, but it's going to be a down the road crypto, and it's going to go and work with the XRP ledger. Remember IBM? When IBM came in, to this day, IBM is, you don't see IBM everywhere, but they're a strong force behind the scenes, multi-billion dollar company. They're still there with all the investments they have, with all the assets they've gained over the years. Profits are still rolling in. Yes, Michael Saylor, yeah. XRP is the bridge for sure. For sure. So it's not going, somebody's not going to just come and, there's no delay anymore. It's just timing. Federal Reserve on the 14th of July, they switch over. It was supposed to be 10th of March. They moved it, right? And then, after Federal Reserve, you've got Swift itself moving from MT to MX on November 22nd. So if they don't change the dates, we're going to see a price increase. I was just sitting down here today and I checked. I just did a 1 trillion. I used 1 trillion and I just checked some things on the calculator with $1 trillion as the initial amount. So all things being equal, I checked with 1 trillion and I got a $90 price for XRP. $90. %99% of all blockchain projects, exactly. They'll be gone, like the .com era. Remember? People are going to lose money. Please like the video up to 21. There's more people in here. Like the video, like the video, like the video. XRP world, you're talking about Ripple, right? And Shiba Inu is going to do some amazing numbers. Yeah, because people think that riches would make them happier. Is false. What gives you joy is using what you have to help others. Yeah, meme coins. I had in my book, I wrote about a meme coin strategy where you can actually use your meme coins to generate enough to buy XRP or others. But not all meme coins are equal, right? Jesus is real. Exactly, I agree. Jay, I honestly believe that the Liberation Day, the tariffs, is going to cause a crash in the market. I believe that our dollars are going to go, our assets are going to lose some value, but it'll come right back up after some time. It's only, I don't see how that will not happen. It'll definitely impact, you know, what we're holding, you know. Like my only thought, even for myself, is not taking profits when it was up there at, say, $3. It would have been good to take profit at $3, you know. Cashed out like maybe 25% of the holding, and then use that to to hold on, and so. But one of the problems is that particularly with XRP, people are concerned that, oh, if I do that, what happens? I may not be able to get back in. Shiba is the only one that I think has really made a name for itself. But the XRP ledger meme coins are going to do well. Yeah, Dogecoin will do well because they're going to introduce Dogecoin into Tesla payments. I mean, yeah, all of Elon Musk's business would use Dogecoin. And if they use Dogecoin, it'll end up integrating with XRP somehow. Do you see what I'm saying? Everything will be linked. You know how you have a Stripe account that is linked to your different social media accounts to get money out? It's interesting how that works. PayPal is integrated to this, integrated to that. Yeah, so you're going to see those types of integrations also. Hello, AO, how are you? How's Toronto? I hope I got it right. XDC is good. XDC is based in Singapore. People think it's UK, but I mean, it's an American company. I think so. I don't think so. Jay, we can't escape the fact that we may have our prices hit, but I'm asking myself, is this a time for me to take profit? And no, I can wait. I can wait. Yes, Kevin. Like I said in my book, I actually present that strategy because some people only have $1,000. So if there is a bull run and you put your $1,000 in a meme coin like Shiba, and Shiba loses 2 zeros, well, automatically right there you have whatever it is you have, and then you take that and you roll it into your 1,000 could easily become $10,000, right? So you take that and you roll it into something else. So if XRP is now at $10 because of the bull run, 10,000 would still go a long way. But you could decide not to do that. You could roll it into some other meme coin. But again, you never know. Oh, you are asking about the liquidity for next buying. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I get your point. Yeah. I think it's an opportunity. The only what I was saying was that for someone like me, I could have taken a percentage of my portfolio. Is what I teach people, the 3-bag strategy. One bag is trading bag. I call it the retrace bag, trading bag, right? Then the other one is your long-term hold, and the other is forever. So your long-term hold, maybe you want to hold it, and then I mean, I don't know. Hey, Melanie, thank you so much. Wow. All right. I appreciate that. Have you read it? Have you started? It's a book you can read in 2 hours, but the value of the book is to compress all the information so that a newbie can actually go straight from there to, you see what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. So I mean, if you have been in crypto for a while, Melanie, but if you're new to it, it'll be a very good tool. But if you have been into it, it will refresh what you believe. It will refresh what you believe. Yeah, that's the advantage of the book. But thank you for buying. I appreciate it so much. Kevin, profit from prime time by selling a portion or by staking? Are you talking about staking? I'm still in my office. I'm going to leave in the next little while. It's about 8:38 here, Central Time. Oh, I know. Salute. Is it by 24-hour crypto? Hello, my life. How are you? How you doing? Good to see you. Okay, Jay, have a good one, okay? God bless you too. Yeah, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Look forward to seeing you again in the live. Smoke less, my friend, so that you can enjoy your XRP wealth. Yes, I follow him. He's a good, I like his stuff. But he calls anybody who doesn't listen to him a moron. You had issues, Big Daddy Roro. Sorry about that. I'm wondering what happened there. Did it refund your money on your to your account? I'll send you a PDF copy. Just send if you go to my description, you see my PayPal. I don't have Cash App up here. It doesn't work up here. Just send the funds to my PayPal, and I'll send you a copy. Just put a note there that is from whatever. Thank you so much. I appreciate Big Daddy Roro. I appreciate you. Exactly. You only lose if you sell at a loss. No problem. Hey Eric, how you doing, buddy? God bless you. Oh, he didn't take money from your account. Okay, okay. Yeah. Where are you, Big Daddy Roro? Where are you? Well, that's strange. We're using a credit card or a debit card. Like, okay, you guys say debit card, right? In America, you say debit card for credit cards, because we call them, bank cards are called debit cards here. So if you have a Visa credit card or whatever, it should be fine. And do you have an iPhone or an Android? Exactly. Yeah. Techno, where are you? Yeah, so my main topic tonight was the private and the public. And we've had a good conversation. Heavenly Productions, I think we had a good conversation. Again, looking at both public and private, we're able to establish that these two will be merged. And that my position on the private ledger is that it is a testing environment. Because if they don't say it's testing environment and they're going on doing business in a private setting, they're opening up themselves to lawsuits in the future. Do you see what I'm saying? So to avoid lawsuits that will come down heavy, you continue in a test environment, using the product and seeing the difference between using that product and using others. And then when adoption is done, it's why Brad Garlinghouse said flip the switch. It's because it's truly, truly, truly a flip the switch. My life, that's what I've been saying. If you watch my lives, I always say, why do you call something net? Ripple net. It's because it's a test net environment. I've shared this over and over and over, and I've actually even shown it to the point where, like I said, I'm not going to do that again. I now have it behind a paywall for $37.99. That's just it. If people want to watch it, because I show the calculator, I show the like all of that stuff. All of that stuff. No, yeah, but it's not, the private ledger will not continue forever. Hey Paul, how you doing? It won't continue forever. XRP World has a very good understanding. This guy here, XRP World, is a Canadian. He's in Nova Scotia. I don't know what he looks like, but he's a subscriber to our channel, and he has a very good understanding of these things. You know, it's nice to have people like that on the channel, because sometimes, you know, when I say it and somebody else backs it up to say, hey, this guy is onto something, or you know, because we don't all fully have an idea of what we have an idea, but we don't fully know. We're speculating, but in investment, you speculate. Even in science, you start with an assumption based on facts that are on ground. Yes, well, rumor is a rumor. You shouldn't be seeing the bank transactions. You shouldn't be, but because again, the bank is using whatever in their proprietary stage. Let me ask you a question. If you got a Tesla before it was released to the public, everybody will see you in your neighborhood driving the Tesla, just in your neighborhood, okay? But in all of your state and nation, nobody sees you driving the Tesla because they can't see that far. In a sense, it's a private testing. One day, Tesla will come out to the public and everybody will want to own one, or whoever likes it will want to own one. And the value of Tesla as a product will go up. You see, when you are testing it, when you are driving around in your neighborhood testing it, you are taking notes, okay? This Tesla, all right, it's fast, 0 to 60 kilometers per hour in 10 seconds, okay? It doesn't, you know, it saves me on petrol, on gas, you know, I can charge it. You are writing everything. You make 200 notations in 1 month of testing it. There's like 100 of you testing it in different parts of the country. But people don't know. People don't see it. They just say, oh, look at that car. Oh my goodness. But the testing period is for you to get to a point. Now, do you see Tesla's books? No, you don't. You don't see, you just know that they make this amount of sales. Just like you see in a bank, you know that banks made $5 billion a month. But you don't see who put the 5 billion there. You don't see who took out money. You don't see all that. That's private information. It won't change. So the software will be integrated. By the way, why do you or I want to see? So that rumor, in my own opinion, is just a FUD. FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Because that's how it is right now. Nothing changes. When the software is adopted fully, nothing will change. Other than the fact, you know, what I'm trying to say is that the system of banking, where some things are private and some things are public, will remain. The amount of transaction in the bank and the profit it makes every year will be shown in the annual general meeting. The value of the stock will also be shown in the annual general meeting and on the public, for the public. What remains private is the money you have in your account, your $500,000 in cash. You don't want anybody seeing that. But if somebody steals your money, because it's a blockchain regime, we can easily track that person down. And if that person has KYC, they can't escape because we can find them. That's the world we now live in. Blockchain will make it impossible for people to steal, because if everything is converted and nothing operates outside the blockchain and everything is inside the chain on one table, and you have your code to go in and out, institutions also have their codes to go in and out, then it's hard to steal. So those are my thoughts, AO. The rumor, in my opinion, is like people rumoring what it should be. What did you expect? That's how it's going to be. Everything should not be open for everybody to see. So as an institution, you will see the name of the institution and all of that and their wallets, but you are not allowed to see what's going on in the wallet. Only they can see that. Yeah, exactly. Palau. Exactly. That's what I just said. AO, did you hear me talking about that? That's what I was saying. So I read your first one, but I didn't see your second comment. So that's what I'm saying in essence, is that we're not going to see the private, what people are moving, because it's private. I don't want anybody looking at my account. You don't want people looking at your account. However, Imagine you. I just said you have $500,000 sitting in your bank account. Do you want people just snooping on that? That's invitation to criminals. But no, all my Shiba are not in a cold wallet right now. They're with my broker, but I'm going to move it into a cold wallet. Yeah. So whatever you have, like I have a phone right now, it's an iPhone. Can you imagine if I had bought the shares of Apple like way back in the day, you know? So now the whole world is using an iPhone, and anybody buys an iPhone, I get a little portion of the profit from that iPhone when I get my dividends. Do you see what I'm saying? So in the same way, this is not a share, it's actually owning the technology. What agreed. And that thing you are seeing there is going to become your, that's what will, when they flip the switch, the net is no longer going to be there, because you can when you see the ledger, you can actually move from one, you can just switch from the test net to your main net. So that product can sit on the main net, and once that happens and it's fully integrated, the value of the native token will begin to shoot up. And the day it happens, there is a day when that will happen, and it will be a manual. It will be a manual thing, because adoption is a flipping of a switch for a payment, market. How do you know this? When you go to Ripple's website, you go and type in bank IDs. You will see that the banks in different regions of the world have been issued IDs. I don't know. I don't really. I just moved SHIB from my. I've not paid attention to what it costs. I moved it from Ledger to KuCoin, from KuCoin to Caleb and Brown, and Caleb and Brown, it will go back to my Ledger. So I really don't know. Sorry. Over what? I don't know what you typed there, but I think people are just being emotionally crazy. At the end of the day, this is why we bought XRP. This is why we bought Shiba. This is why we bought, because some of us saw that this is coming. Regardless of whether Trump won, Trump is the big bad bear now. It doesn't matter who won. Things would, in fact, at the end of the day, things were going to go down badly. It doesn't matter. The question is, which administration will help that ship sink better? Because if a ship is sinking and you don't do anything about it, people on the ship will die. But if you do anything about it, you can save many lives. And so those of us who have front run whatever was going, we now have the asset. We're waiting, because things are going to get harder in Canada and in the US. And it's not Trump that made it tough for Canadians. is that we have a government for 9 years, 10 years that just did whatever. They just didn't care. SIM card, what does SIM card do? I'm in Canada, XRP World. I told you already. You didn't know that? What about SIM card? Yes, they are running tests in Canada. Even the CRA, they are doing what they call high value payment. They've switched over, so they are it's just a game of time. That's where we're in right now, and any moment from now, we're gonna see the flipping of the switch. I don't think there'll be any warning. I think people are just gonna wake up one day and find out that XRP is at a price. I actually had a dream today where I saw XRP had gone back up, but I don't know why. It wasn't like a big price shift, but I saw that it was green at a price, and I was like, oh, okay. We want something better, not that price. So, but I think that was just a signal to me to say things are gonna get interesting in the next little while. So Heavenly Productions, yeah. So what makes theft almost impossible? The SIM card? I'm confused. All right, my friends, it's been nice talking to you all. I want to say thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I was just waiting for Super Mario. I don't know. I mean, it's my Flowers. How are you? Yeah, Super Mario. I was thinking, I don't know. I just think that the tariffs are going to have a big bite, and then we're going to see what happens after. But yeah, it would have been good to take profit and just wait for this. Hey Jay, how you doing, buddy? How's your job going? Did you switch jobs yet or no? You said you were switching jobs. Yes, I rather imagery. I'm following him, waiting to see what he has to say. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's probably another J. There's several J's on this channel. But how are you though? Hope you're doing good. That's good. So I'm gonna go see what Jay Claver has to say and how he's gonna help us. But I think that if you move your assets into a LLC and that's in America, then Caleb and Brown. The big thing is just if you want to use Caleb and Brown, then you have to be an LLC outside of the US, of Canada. So if we have an LLC here, it's not going to work. You have to have an LLC outside of Canada.